I'm actually early for once. Just try to get my window set up properly here. Oh, the chat window looks strange, but I guess that's alright. Oh, that's weird. I thought I was... So I think what I needed was some items. Yeah, I need remedies for this next dungeon. But I'm short on money. That's the dungeon. I don't want to go there yet. I think I have to go all the way back to the entrance. Which I guess I don't know how to do. I think I bought all that stuff. I'm a little bit annoyed because I was kind of getting by on not selling off things. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much because I'm gonna need the items. I don't think there's anywhere else I can go. Let me go outside. Yeah, I don't think I can go... I don't think there's any areas on the map that I can enter and do some fighting, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of at a part where I'm stuck, I guess. Well, shit. Fire armor is outdated and expensive, so I guess I can sell those. Good God. Some potions would be nice too. Ugh. What a joke. Really raises his speed. That's not useful at all. Let's see. So I think this is going to be pretty puzzle heavy from what I saw. Hopefully it won't be too obnoxious. Boy, I don't even remember which switch I hit last time. Wait, that's clearly not the right one. So I get into this cart. Open that one. Open that one. And maybe this one? No? Yes, that one. I don't know. No, because there's nothing to turn me up. Damn. That's not the right one. How the fuck? I remember it being really simple, and now, of course, you know, that I'm trying to do it, I won't be able to remember it. That just loops you. That's gonna turn me up. No. Ah, son of a bitch. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, it just loops you back around. that is some bullshit. No, that made no sense. Okay. How the fuck? Yeah, there's no... Honestly. There we go. Oh, I had to turn the last one, I believe. Yep. Okay, now I'm in business, I guess. Boy, if I fared that well there, I can only imagine what's to come. Oh great, the guy is Dreamcast. Pretty much destroyed us. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, I'm doing great already.
We all are.
Is that Mario 3 I hear?
Yes. For the time being.
Oh, Mario 3 is terrible. Is the only Nintendo game that holds up, or something like that.
Yeah. And even then, apparently none of the NES games have aged well at all, or something. Nobody plays Super Mario Brothers anymore.
Where do they find these people? Well, that wasn't good. I feel like I should probably just reset that now that that happened. Yeah, I think so, because that's just not good. No strategy.
No strategy, no nothing.
A defiled priest. It's an interesting.
That, that's the other way around.
Yeah.
That's not usually how the stereotype goes.
He was probably asking for it, so it's okay.
They always are.
Don't use Blizzard on slimes, because apparently that doesn't work.
Why would you ever expect it to?
I feel like this dungeon is going to be really, really puzzle heavy, which I don't know if I'm actually in the mood for, but I guess we'll see. With the Mystic Quest music.
It even plays like a Mystic Quest game.
Yeah, with a little bit more of an involved skill system, I guess.
Tisk, tisk. That music they added was highly unnecessary.
For what?
Mario 3, when you get all the, or when you get 3 cards at the end of a stage. In the desert, they can't remember your name.
Get the death card. No.
Just say no to drugs.
Video games can't tell you that anymore.
That movie still looks terrible, and I can't even see it from here. Considering the Disney version was like 75 minutes and this is 129, I still can't understand where the extra 52 or 54 minutes come from.
Is that the other Beauty and the Beast movie?
That's the Emma Watson one.
Oh, because I saw that they have another live action one on Netflix, but it's from like
Yeah,
2014.
Yeah, a French one. What with it being a French tale and whatnot. Doesn't matter. It's a horrible movie. Just one share that one.
I
It's
guess
not
I'm not surprised at all. I think Aladdin is coming next, so...
Yeah, a live action Aladdin with Will Smith.
Is Will Smith in it?
Yeah, he's in it.
Who is he?
You know, I think he's actually Aladdin.
Really?
Yeah, I saw pictures of it recently.
I would have thought that... Well, I mean, I guess maybe in his younger days, I would have thought they would have cast him for the genie just because of comedic
Yeah,
purposes.
that fits more. Let me see, because it's saying they couldn't figure out who to cast as the.
Yeah, I thought they were having problems finding an Aladdin or something. And then there were people on Twitter that were like, "Oh, hire this person," and it was some.
Yeah, Will Smith is gonna play Genie in the live action Aladdin.
Okay. Last I heard, well, honestly, I don't even want to talk about it because it's just so stupid.
It's for the
It
better.
was just people were getting, the usual. People were getting outraged about who was playing what roles or what roles were included. Blah blah blah. Things that don't matter.
I thought it was representation or some such nonsense.
Yeah, but I guess they cast a white person in some role or like added a new character or something, so it's it's a problem.
Well, the Persians can be considered Caucasian, so I don't get why that's an issue.
I don't know. I thought Aladdin was Chinese or something.
No, Aladdin.
Like the I thought not the tail was Chinese, but like the guy himself or something like that. I remember hearing something about that. Maybe there's a different. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
To my knowledge, I mean, at least if it's Arabian Nights tale, they all are pretty much from that area. So, and if anything, if there are people of different races, they're usually called Europeans, or if they're black, they're called slaves.
Well then.
You can put Star Ocean in there. You can go put it in there too. Yeah. Nobody around here wants to play games in their factory preset cartridge position. They only want to play ROMs and ROM accessories. You can read that one too. You read Japanese? Yeah, you can. You guys did enough Duolingo. You can read it.
Oh come on, regular attacks, don't worry.
You guys need to have more positive thinking, or something. If you think positively, you'll be able to master Japanese by thinking positively.
Oh, is that how that works?
You just have to want it. If you don't want it, then it will never happen. Isn't that how it goes?
So I'm told.
If you think positive and some such nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, I am supposed to be doing a PowerPoint presentation, which I did, and then I got bored with it because I hate PowerPoint presentations.
What do you have to do that for?
Just making a sales kit. Other people are going to be selling my software, and I need to be able to give them something that they can pretty much read from a script.
Gotcha.
I don't really like that personally when I do presentations. I don't like PowerPoint at all. And if I use PowerPoint, I keep it based at a minimum of like 5 words, at a maximum of 5 words per slide. And it's mostly background pictures, and like the big thing to me is more about branding than let me dump a bunch of text here, because if you really want that kind of documentation, I can just make a PDF and give you something in detail. Because the thing is, they say, well, these guys will want to look at it and they're going to be meticulous, and yeah, they're going to do that, but it doesn't. They're not going to. They're going to be meticulous, and they don't need to go and see it on a slide. All that does is waste my time. because everything that they're going to look for is already going to be in the places that they're going to look for. So I don't understand the point of that, and I never do. So, for the record, I also hate this song. I didn't even like it in the Disney version.
Which one?
I also don't like Gaston, so that probably has something to do with it. Because I remember watching the animated movie as a kid many times, and I couldn't remember Gaston at all. It wasn't until somebody did a Let's Play where I was like, oh, yeah, I guess they had a villain of sorts in that movie.
Something like that. Doesn't he not die in the live action movie or something?
In the live action one, he pretty much he falls and doesn't get up.
Oh, okay. Well, then they kept it the same, I guess.
Yeah. They never say what happens to him. At least I don't think. Because the ending after that, like in the animated movie, they did the dance, and the dance took about 30 seconds, and the movie was over. In the live action one, it feels like that dance takes 30 years.
Oh, jeez.
And we learn everything for every individual character proclivities and peccadillos, and we learn that Gaston's friend and the guy that came out of the armoire are dancing together, and they're being who they are together.
Yeah, in what year was that?
Yeah, that's totally reflective of that time.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter considering you have a beast, but it was funny because, like, that's what people were saying, like, why are people getting mad about this Aladdin thing when clearly in Beauty and the Beast they added the whole, like, the diversity stuff in different aspects.
Yeah, and I'm kind of not sure I understand the whole purpose of the let's reboot everything. But
I guess we have to make something that's more reflective of our time now, or some stupid crap. That's what I heard somebody say.
Imagine if they thought that way 100 years ago. Hey guys, remember Hansel and Gretel? Well, let's rewrite that for modern sensibilities.
It seems like a silly thing to me. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of things that...
Okay, well, can you at least get Star Ocean for me?
Okay, what am I...
Yeah, I would have stopped if it weren't for I found a bug, and that made me upset. I thought you were playing Star Ocean.
I really don't know how to get out of here. Where's my mine cart?
But yeah, like I will say, for what was it, Little Red Riding Hood, they did rewrite it. They did add stuff, but it was... I can't remember if they made it more... No, Star Ocean. What did they... What was the change? Because they made something more violent for the modern times, I think.
Uh-oh.
Because, well, I think there was a lumberjack, and he helped Little Red Riding Hood. The grandmother. The grandmother fell and got back up out of the big bad wolf's mouth.
Yeah.
And the lumberjack helped. But then they did a somewhat of a rewrite in the 50s or 60s, and like all the baby boomers who grew up know the story as basically when he ate the grandmother never came back. But in the stories before, it was like, oh no, Just kidding, guys. I'm back.
So the original version was the Final Fantasy IV version.
No, I read a book. I saw a book in the '60s, and she didn't come back.
Well, she said he ate the grandmother and the grandmother. Yeah. The one I've read.
Well, the one.
I really don't get it. I just don't get it. I hate this
Get
minecart
worried.
stuff. I didn't want to go up here either.
That's no good.
Wait, maybe I did. Damn it.
I feel like my save battery is going to die
Why's that?
because the game's not coming on.
Oh, that. Yeah, I guess that's always a good sign. Oh no. No, I don't have.
I find it peculiar that this cartridge isn't working. Because if you want to consider things, this is like the newest of the cartridges. I mean, I guess at this point I don't care if it erases everything because it's not like I didn't beat the game already, but that's besides the point.
Pretty much my worst nightmare all the time. Or it used to be anyway. Since
Your Super Nintendo would have to be modded to play it. I mean, it's a buggy game, so who knows what's wrong with it.
And authorize.
trying to
Then
conserve
arthritis.
magic points here. Or items, I should say. Instead, I'm getting...
And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where we can learn to laugh and play and get along with each other.
I like the edit that they did, the overdub there.
Yeah.
I did. Hey guys, that's hilarious. Mario's making a Coney Island reference. They don't have that in the Mushroom Kingdom. And that's not even the live action Super Mario Brothers. That's the Super Mario World one where they were doing that.
Oh, come on. How did you miss? Useless.
Oh, that's disappointing. Of all of the games I had that I expected to not work, this was not one of those games. Of course, it won't go in all the way, which is irritating.
That's odd.
It's like the Super Mario RPG cartridge I have is the same way because they have these little springs at the bottom of the cartridge.
What's the purpose of that?
It has to do with the fact that they have these cartridges have different compression chips on them, and those chips have a different cartridge shape. And the problem I have with it is that it makes it easy to have moving parts, or parts that break, or parts that get loose. And perhaps there is a solution I can employ for that. But I'd have to open this cartridge to do it.
Do you have the proper tools?
Yes, I do have the proper tools.
I have some of those around somewhere. I just don't even remember where they are, unfortunately.
Apparently, I'm gonna play nothing.
I don't know what to use on this guy.
That one game. That one game with those guys. Well, I guess I'm glad I beat it before all that happened, but that's beside the point. I probably gotta open it.
Death Guard. Oh, wow, that sucks. 21 damage.
Death Guard sounds like a blue magic spell in Final Fantasy. Now I need to find the aforementioned proper equipment or proper tools and open this cartridge.
I thought there was some kind of examine spell that told you there. Oh. There is.
I guess it's a good thing all those years ago I went to the game store and bought those screwdrivers.
I was thinking of Naruto. Naruto.
I think I got mine on maybe Amazon or something. No, it was actually a store, some online store that was like specifically for
For all these Dragon Quest games.
retro game stuff.
I suppose I could play those.
You play Ninja Turtles.
I already played Ninja Turtles. I played Ninja Turtles as my child and we beat the game together.
Weakness, none.
Turtles in Time.
Resistance, pretty much everything. Nice.
The child that apparently goes and plays or can't play video games because she's too busy being oppressed.
Suppressed.
That's what they say. Girls can't be gamers or something because there are boys that are harassing them.
Oh, right, yeah. It's a big problem.
You say that, but
So there was really nothing I could do after opening that cartridge.
no. Sit right there.
The only thing I saw was a save battery, and that was on the bottom side. And there's nothing I can do about the save battery. Although maybe that's the problem, is the save battery.
Wow, that was quite the hit.
But if it is, I can't troubleshoot it. I can say the pins look a little messed up. They look a little dirty.
I'll do it again. Oh no, wait, I don't want to do that. I want to try to use this new special move.
Okay, whatever. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
It worked?
Yeah, now of course it erased everything, but
I figured that was gonna happen.
I-
Like I say, you start over, catch up.
ugh. I don't know how that worked. I just know that it worked. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. It may not be Shadows of Adam, but
No. It depends. Let me see how much time
Sure.
I get.
it is a video game, and I happen to enjoy it. I think it was money well spent.
Do you know that they imply that she climaxes every time she gets boiling water in her?
Well, I don't know about you, but the prospect of water getting warmer and air rising from the bottom to the top, causing the water to boil, does certainly make my semen boil. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that one. Well, now we can look at copyright infringement.
Is there a boss down here or what?
I don't know if anybody shared the game here, or the opening to the original Star Ocean, which is full of copyright infringement.
What is it?
It's ripping off, if not directly, very almost exactly from a Star Trek movie.
Oh.
I would read this, but I already heard this opening, so.
Is it actually like ripping it off? Did they confirm this?
Oh, yeah, this is very, the language they use is straight out of Star Trek. Like, you've got the captain of the starship, you've got the communications officer, the science officer. The only thing I don't think I hear them say is commander, which would be the second in command. But they use all the other terms, like, oh, go here at warp 6 or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Or they'll say like shields up, and I mean, it's obviously Star Trek. It's basically an episode of Star Trek turned into an RPG without all the stuff that's in Star Trek today.
Where am I going?
But hey, it has the guy that did the music for Tales of Berseria, so that's something, I think. I don't know if he did it. I'm assuming he did because he did all the other Tales OSTs.
Interesting.
He also did the Golden Sun OSTs and what else did he do?
Okay.
Obviously the second Star Ocean.
Is this really just a dead end? What? Speaking of shields up, those defiled priests
No.
have these lovely magic shields.
Ramble dabble.
Please get the death card. Yes. Didn't do as much damage as I hoped, though.
Cussing is not allowed. Hold on.
Okay, so attacks don't work on this guy. I thought that was more magic based, but I guess not.
Nobody has time to read dialogue in RPGs. So do they think this is a video game? I mean, seriously, who reads dialogue in video games?
I just don't know. We're all used up here. Couldn't get lucky twice.
Couldn't get lucky. I see what you're saying here. Are you saying you're an incel?
Yeah, I guess.
Apparently that's a term.
Here they have a very nice subreddit to hang out on.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm
like
sure they're all saving up for the robots they will invest in, no doubt.
I just wanted to stop.
I can tell you as a guy who's been married for 11 years that 20 to 30,000 for a robot is cheaper than a wife. That was clever. I've only heard the wives are more expensive than just paying for it outright joke 8,000 times.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard that one before.
It really hits S-class comedy level when you say the 8,000 in first time.
Well, I'm S-class dead. It's just a regular encounter, too. What kind of bullshit is that? Come on.
What do they think this is, Setsuna?
I don't even know what I can do differently. I can't recharge my stuff because I'm not... Damnation. Just gotta get the death card. No? Fire? Maybe?
You haven't played this game, have you?
Star Ocean?
Yeah, this is a game that you could play.
No,
I mean, on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them, to be honest.
Well, I guess then it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to start with the first one.
How's the battle system? Is it basically like Final Fantasy, or...?
Don't make me play the third one.
No. The battle system is not quite Final Fantasy because when you select an enemy to attack, you can run up to that enemy and attack them. In the second one, you have more flexibility to move on your own, whereas in the first one, you run to that position and then you attack.
Gotcha.
Or when you make the selection, he runs to that area and attacks. But you can get skills, you can get like battle skills, but you can also get skills that you can use to make items and do different things in battle. So if you want to be more free roaming, then by all means play the second one. But the first one is, considering it came out in 1996 or 7 for the Super Nintendo, I think it was a pretty good yet downscaled version of what would come 3 years later. The thing that makes me laugh, of course, though, is when people are like, "Oh, I think this was probably going to be my favorite game for 1999 until Final Fantasy 9 or 8 comes out." Yeah. And just you wait until that game comes out.
Hey, it's the most underrated Final Fantasy game of all time, or something.
Yes, because people think it's not a good game, that automatically means that Final Fantasy VIII is underrated. Or perhaps it was aptly rated as not good because it was not good.
I don't remember people hating it. I mean, I guess I didn't spend much time looking on the internet, but the people I knew didn't really hate it.
Well, I guess when it comes to that game, I don't remember anybody else hating it, but I remember hating it.
Yeah, I was like,
The minute I got to that point in disc 2, I was like, okay, we're done. This game has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
I mean, I was basically like, how did they make it worse than 7? Like,
The orphanage is how they made it worse. Well, the orphanage and then, hey dogs, let's go to space.
And trying to go beyond, like, I guess not beyond the system's capabilities, but they went for the whole, like, more life-size characters, and it didn't really seem like it worked too well.
That part didn't really bother me. Of course, obviously in Final Fantasy IX, it feels like it was a lot more detailed and fleshed out. But that part didn't bother me so much because, I mean, I had played the game, their proof of concept game beforehand, which was Parasite Eve, so it didn't.
I liked the look of. I felt like it worked for that, though. I guess I don't know. Maybe it was just because what I was used to for Final Fantasy.
It did work for that, but I'm just saying that didn't bother me as much as the story itself. Because
yeah, I just didn't feel like I said, I never played much of it because I really just didn't like it, but I never took interest because I just wasn't interested in any of the characters.
Yeah, the characters are mostly forgettable and largely useless.
Kind of a bad thing for an RPG.
Yeah, and in a genre based on character development, you probably want to make sure that your characters are developed.
This bitch keeps dying.
That's just a consideration. Don't take my word for it. After all, I could be wrong.
Games don't need character development, they just need more epic movie soundtracks.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want. The Inception soundtrack in my video games.
Maybe I'll just climb up to this staircase now. I don't know why all those rooms are empty or what the point of going in them was, but I did it anyway.
Sounds like you were saying vegan. No vegans are allowed in this house.
Are you discriminating against vegans?
Yes, I am. I do discriminate against people with hypocritical diets.
Great. I don't know if I should even bother fighting all these. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
I didn't know you already had developed the music talent. You can get that in this one because there's there's a flute or something you can get that lets you fight a special boss that gives you lots of EXP, I believe. For anybody that was curious in the game.
I want to learn to play the star flute. Why does this guy have to have this twin cast?
Twin cast, what do they think this is? Final Fantasy IV?
The Defiled Priest has it, and since the children had it in Final Fantasy IV, this is only going to make that joke worse.
I don't know what else can make that joke worse. Now there's something I remember hearing in that game a lot.
Of course, kill her every turn so she can never gain any experience. That's just great.
So it's always abusing the women.
Honestly, at this point, it's her fault.
It's always the woman's fault. Am I right, my fellow men's rights activists?
She's never going to level up. Yeah, they really don't give it to you either. Of course, you know, they're gonna kill the person that actually has the revive spell, so they have to waste my items. Why not?
That's what it's all about.
Better be getting good money in here. Decent money, I guess.
White privilege money. That's all it should be. Just cash in that privilege check.
Well, then I wouldn't even have to fight any encounters, so...
I'm all for this idea. Yo, share. I did not. Although that is pretty much what he's saying in Japanese. Crazy Japanese people and their Japanese speak. I have not been reading the dialogue in this game at all because I don't care about the dialogue.
Have you played it enough times to basically know what you're supposed to be doing anyway?
Yeah. Plus, it did the whole practice of, hey, let's highlight the places you're supposed to go in the text. So anytime you're like, oh, what should I be doing? You just talk to the person and, oh, what's that in yellow? Oh, that's the place I need to go? Okay.
You get the reminder. Oh, this is not going to be good. Again. Yeah, I don't have any... crap. I'm so screwed.
Oh, we're talking about feelings.
Do those exist?
Well, they're not Vulcan, so yes, they have feelings. They're not about logic or reason. They're about being cat people with tails. I will say the only thing that can be considered a bad thing about this game is, at least when I played it, it felt kind of open world in a sense, not really, but enough to where I went through a good portion of the game and then I realized, oh, I was supposed to do all this a long time ago. Well, so I did it, but then at that point it's like, well, you're overpowered for all of these guys. It says stuff in Japanese. I don't feel like reading.
I borrowed Setzer's Doom dice.
It's talking about there's a sickness that turns people into stone.
I remember hearing that plot element. So I must have at least read a synopsis or something.
They stop existing because they're stone. They stay stone until the game is complete. So yes.
What kind of game is this? Characters getting stoned.
What kind of game is this? It's a game with consequences and forces you to think about every permutation of every activity you do. Because he is an alien and he's from a planet that has aliens that have tails. Yep. No, why would he hit somebody just because he's an alien? Yes, they're bad rabbits. All rabbits in this game are bad, except for the one that lets you hop around in the first and second one.
Now, hashtag not all.
Well, it's the fat bunny, so it's the Tess Holiday bunny.
Oh no, that's even worse because it's a negative representation of fat people.
The funny thing is, this shows you how bad the translation was in the second game on PS1. It's obviously the name of the bunny is Bunny. I mean, anybody with any cursory knowledge of Japanese would figure that out pretty quickly.
Isn't Bunny just like Usagi or something?
Yes, but they use it in katakana, so they use the English pronunciation, so it's Bonnie.
Oh, gotcha.
But the geniuses who translated the game on the PlayStation didn't realize that, and they somehow translated it as Barney. So all of the voice actors in the game call it Barney. So whenever you do the whistle, they'll say like, "Come here, Barney," or "You-hoo, Barney." I mean, the voice acting in the game is already terrible. So when you factor in the fact that nobody knew how to translate the game with the bad voice acting, it's just the worst thing.
Oh man. Here's our Kefka clone.
But yes, there's a huge bunny that you can get in this game and in the second one, and they let you basically almost fast travel. Not quite fast travel, but you can get to places in a very quick amount of time. The problem is that at least in the second one, the song they play is very stupid. But I remember even playing that game as a kid, and at that point I'd already been taking a couple of Japanese classes, so I knew better. So I said, okay, somebody who's taking a Japanese class in between playing this game knows that this is not the way you're supposed to call this character, and yet people were paid thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to translate this game, and they didn't know that.
That's pretty crazy.
Like, how do you make that mistake?
I mean, considering that they must have at least faced challenges way harder than that with translating, I don't know. I can't imagine how that would be possible.
A two-piece swimsuit that covers breasts? Well, I would buy it, not for me. If that's the only thing it covers, then I'm in business. Yeah, but I mean, if you're out there fighting monsters, you shouldn't fight monsters naked. You should be covered up where it matters.
Maybe it's an attempt to distract the monsters.
Because it's a video game, and when you beat monsters in video games, sometimes they have treasure. They all have tails. Yes, except for the humans.
Yeah.
Because people use maps to figure out where they're going.
Oh, great.
Now you
I
buy
don't
stuff.
know if I'm ready for this.
Push your own buttons.
Probably. And we're fighting what appears to be thieves here. We shouldn't hashtag not all thieves or something.
Yes, we shouldn't stigmatize stealing. That's
What did they call it? The lifting. We shouldn't stigmatize the lifting community.
yeah, the lifting community.
They're just stealing because, and other such reasons.
Down with capitalism, or whatever those people say all the time.
I love that they tried to guilt people for not being in favor of this idea.
That's Tumblr for you, I guess. I'll never understand it.
How dare people not want other people to steal? It's almost like that might not be a good thing to do. No, those are thieves.
That can't be.
Though they're not zombies because this isn't 2013. Let's add zombies in everything, guys. I just
And they
told
haven't
you that
really
they were
stopped
thieves.
doing that either.
Yeah, they stopped doing that, and it seems like they stopped doing that whole base nonsense. Exactly what you called it, nonsense.
That's true. I haven't seen that much. I'm okay with that. Oh man, this is a serious battle. Oh, that wasn't fast enough.
Because they're cat people, and that's what cats do with their tails. Of course, it also goes without saying that because this is a Japanese video game, that also means that there is a character you can get who's supposed to be extremely cutesy, and because these are cat aliens, is also looks a lot more like a cat.
Jeez. Should try to keep my magic points up, I guess.
the other important thing that I think we should all recognize about this game is that the voice actor for the main character of the first one, is also the person that was the voice actor for Ark and Ark the Lad. Therefore, by extension, this is good because of the inherent quality of that game. Not Ark 3 though. Not a good game.
Oh, double flare. That's nice. Wow.
This game was made before you were born. In a mythical year called 1996. I was in the 4th grade or something. What else happened in 1996? Nothing. All the good games came out before that.
I'm trying to think of something, but
Well, Ark the Lad came out in 96. And then Final Fantasy VII came out in 97.
oh, he has double. Wow. Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Just
It came out. When did it come out? It was like September something, 1997. When it came out. I remember Final Fantasy VII did come out in September. I just don't remember when.
I think it was 97, right?
Yeah, September 1997. Final Fantasy VI came out October of 1994. Or April, depending on where you live. Yes, I've played. I have Final Fantasy VI, so yes, I've played it.
This is bad.
Unfortunately, I do have Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, but not 10 because no.
Oh, that wasn't the right guy to cast that on.
There's no Final Fantasy 100, although at this rate.
I might get there. Well, if,
But
if humanity
if we-
lasts that long, we'll get there. But
Yeah, and if it did get to 100, at that point it would probably be a real-time strategy racing game.
in VR,
Like, let's see who can race the fastest chocobos.
with genetically engineered chickens.
And that, I guess that means Church's Chicken would be the final boss of that game. Yeah.
Oh, that was stupid. Can't you go back to screwing up your spells?
His friend. He had a dad, and his dad fell and didn't get back up.
Oh no.
Yes, that's what I mean when I say he fell and didn't get up. Saying he died.
Even kids know it.
Yeah, which makes that act of censorship even more pointless if a 6-year-old knew what I was talking about.
Yep.
I don't remember. No, I don't think he had a sister.
I
The
really.
red button.
There's no red button.
Figure out how to do this.
Your phone is defective.
suplex.
Is there a train somewhere?
No, just the Kefka clone right now. Wow, that was actually really good.
Because if you ever walked on sand on the beach, you would probably have footprints. That's one interpretation. I can neither confirm nor deny as a politician. I cannot answer questions directly.
It's the way to do it.
But I can talk about my commitment to diversity and open, protective spaces. Yes, usually if somebody gets killed, they die.
It's the side effect of killing mind read. Should I take the chance? I think I will.
That is basic cause and effect. Effect is something that happens.
I wonder if this is actually going to reveal his...
Why do I keep getting back attacks?
Weaknesses? Any? Slash. I see.
You keep getting stunned by the pizza man?
It's really be taken away from you, but I still get stuck.
Sounds like Star Ocean then. Getting stunned without taking damage. If only they had used the Street Fighter model.
He's twin casting, isn't he?
It's only one player. I'm surprised I didn't hear co-op. Or is this multiplayer? You mean, is it 2-player? Are you even at close to the end of the game?
I think so. I'm not sure if this is the last. I don't think this is the last battle.
Adam. It is an indie game. It looks good. Looks like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest with characters. Or with a party system. Not, hey, here's another person that's gonna join your party for a short period of time.
Yeah, everybody's pretty useful in their own way, so that's a definite improvement.
And it has a POC. And that's what really matters in video games, right?
He also happens to be one of the best party members, so there's that. He's actually useful. He's not a
is
diversity hire.
Is that the fallen priest or whatever he's called?
The fallen priest is just some random, or the defiled priest is just some random enemy.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I got a diamond armor? Interesting.
Defiled priest. That's still quite a name.
English or Japanese?
Why is this guy's dad here? Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad was a fantastic movie. Everybody should watch it.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen it. I don't remember. If so, it was a really, really long time ago.
I've seen it. And that's really all I need to say. And I know how everybody in your family has the propensity for liking high quality films. Weapon shops are oppressive tools of the patriarchy, much like negotiating your salary is apparently offensive and oppressive to women.
You shouldn't have to negotiate your salary. In a perfect world, companies should just pay you what you deserve.
Yeah, in a perfect world they should, but they won't.
They won't, yeah. It's never gonna happen.
They'll pay you what they want to pay you and then complain when you leave to get more money. I don't understand. Why did he leave? Well, he wanted to get paid more. Because don't you guys find it funny that when you're getting ready to leave a place that's paying you more, somehow all of that time you've been saying you want to get paid more money, now all of a sudden that's when they want to have the salary discussion?
If there's light in your heart, the darkness cannot hold you. Remember those words.
That sounds like something some idiot said on Twitter.
It really does. I'm gonna post it just as a status message and see how many.
I bet you'll get a lot. I feel offended by the name of this enemy here. It's called Chink Thi.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what to say though. This is a Japanese game, so is it offensive? Is it internalized racism?
Well, it's not racism. It's just prejudice.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay.
I love how they rationalize that one. Well, you know, POCs can be prejudiced, but they can't be racist.
Oh, my head hurts. That's all I can say. Wait, I'm on an airship? When did that happen?
Maybe you should stop taking the knee and your head won't hurt so much. I can't believe people are still talking about that. Like, why were people talking about it to begin with?
I just can't take it. That's the focus, and it's such a stupid thing to be arguing about no matter what angle you take, because it's just nothing's happening.
That's pretty much the state of current year every time. No, it's a whole lot of noise and nothing's happening.
They're more concerned about that than they are with a North Korean dictator that's just launching missiles and making all kinds of threats.
Well, apparently he's okay because something about Trump.
That's insane. It's just really insane.
So what if he starves his citizens? That's not a big deal, right, guys?
Trump does worse because people wear red hats to support him.
And they wear hats to professional functions. Now my life is really in danger.
Use the steering wheel to take control of the airship. Well, that's not a Z button because I have a controller, but whatever.
Wow, they have an airship in this game?
They do. Oh, I guess I can go anywhere. So, I must be getting close to the end because it sounds like if I go underground, then that's kind of like where the
end of the game is?
Yeah, it seems like a final dungeon type deal. I mean, I'm gonna buy items first, so.
Well, they're
time for that.
In Dragon Quest V, the final dungeon is Hell.
This is the Wraith Abyss, so it's pretty similar.
In Romancing Saga 3, the Abyss was the final dungeon. And in Saga Frontier, Hell was one of the final dungeons for Blue's Quest.
Oh, yep, I remember that because I actually completed that one.
And I remembered that Hell looked like such a...
It looked like
Paradise.
heaven, pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. The other thing is I actually beat that boss battle twice because the first time that I beat it, the game just like I beat the boss, did the final attack or whatever it did that killed him, and then the game just went black and white. I was like, oh, is this the death scene? No, just some kind of weird freezing situation. So I had to do it over again.
Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me yet.
I still don't know what it was. It was really random. But it was funny that it waited until I killed the boss.
Yeah, don't do it while I'm fighting the boss and while I'm potentially losing, so I can start over and not feel guilty.
Disputed
Man,
Island?
these racial slur thieves are always back attacking me.
What kind of name is Disputed Island? Like, what, they can't decide whether or not it's an island?
In historic context, I see that as they can't decide who it belongs to.
I mean, that makes sense,
but in a game like this, I have no idea.
You don't work in Safari World.
I mean, that's probably what they're going for.
Do you think you'll make money?
Here we go. What does this guy want? This is Titan territory. What do you mean Titan territory? Is that like a gang or is that a monster?
Is this like River City Ransom where you go to different screens and you're in somebody's territory?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a pirate in a red bandana.
A pirate? Uh-oh. Oh. Can't download games illegally. I don't know. BlackBerry?
Is there anything I really need to do? I don't really understand what I'm supposed to be doing.
I do not remember what does. I'll tell you later when I remember. I don't remember anything because I'm old. Why you oughta?
It's locked. What use is that?
This old man says that he will stay in this town until he's dead.
Sounds like a plan.
At least he knows where his future is going to be.
Yeah, that's something. This town sucks. I'm out of here. No wonder they left.
No wonder it's disputed. They're disputing who should get it because neither of them want it. Some girls get mustaches.
And apparently dicks.
But they have to discover who they really are first. And then they have to not be afraid to be who they are, and other such nonsensical platitudes.
Such a disturbing state of affairs. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh no. these stupid puzzle things. I don't even know what to call it. This magic ball. I imagine I'll be able to get that treasure box if I solve it, though. So I kind of want it. Ow.
Where is the end?
That's alright. Oh wait, I just solved it completely by accident. I'll take it.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's from Zelda, everybody.
Spoilers.
Yes, I'm gonna spoil the first 30 seconds of the game.
Now it's ruined.
I'm sure somebody would say that if somebody can get mad at you because you have a different opinion over an anime.
That was the weirdest, stupid thing I've ever heard. Like, I don't know. There's just no discussion there. It's like it.
What was the point of even asking?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why it made me just feel like, oh, what? We're just like looking for agreement. I didn't even say that I disagreed. I just said I was withholding my judgment until the last episode or two. I don't remember how many are left.
I guess because you said it's the best you've seen in a long time, which could be more of an indictment of the state of modern anime as well, but that would require critical thinking skills to make that kind of conclusion.
I mean, I thought it had a really interesting story. But I don't know what I don't know what, like, how it's gonna resolve yet, so I don't want to be like, oh, well, it's trash. I'm confused by where they're going with what happened in the last week's episode, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Should you, I mean, what does he want you to do? Watch Dragon Ball Super instead?
Holy shit, that was bad. I've been, like, every so often, if I'm biking or something, I'll watch an episode or two, but I'm not really invested in it. I don't know.
I haven't seen anything that makes me want to play it or watch it, rather.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if I wasn't already doing something, I wouldn't be watching it, pretty much. Like, I don't put time into doing it unless I'm doing something that's. Oh wait, is that what I wanted to do?
Although there are so many people, I guess, that think we should like it. I really don't know. I mean, people keep kind of trying to impose their opinions on things on other people.
I mean, it just would have been more interesting if they told. I don't even care to go back and ask, but it just would have been more interesting if they actually, like, told me what they thought was wrong with it, so that I would have been able to have something to answer. Like, you're just asserting, well, the writing's been asinine lately. Like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything.
I don't even remember him getting that deep into it. Just like, oh, well, I don't think they know what they're doing, so agree to disagree. Okay, bye.
See you next time, or something. I don't know. This is a nightmare.
I guess people really don't want to have conversations anymore.
No, it really just doesn't. It just really feels like you can't talk to anybody about anything. Even something as harmless as a show. Like, what is the world coming to?
Well, like I said, that whole ABGN video.
I know, you need a 5-minute disclaimer.
Yeah, he spent half the video giving a disclaimer like, it's okay to like this stuff, guys. I just don't like it. I'm not saying I think you're a bad person or that I hate you. I'm just saying I don't like these movies. And people, what did they do? They spent all their time complaining about the length of the disclaimer or the fact that he didn't like some popular movie like Big Lebowski or Donnie Darko or Dark Knight.
I watched the video probably maybe like the day it came out or something. I think I was exercising at the time, so I didn't even like see the comment section. But I figured it would probably go
I was getting everybody ready for school, so I saw it at 5 something this morning when I got up. Give myself something to do while I'm making sure that they're getting ready to get on the bus.
Man, that's terrible though.
And get an education.
But Donnie Darko didn't really, from what I remember about the story didn't really make too much sense. I mean, I didn't see it as a masterpiece, but I think it's funny. Like it has funny dialogue.
I never got to finish it, and from what I saw, I just wasn't interested enough. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this is confusing, and therefore I hate it. It was just like, okay, I don't care about this.
I think it makes a better comedy than it does some sort of, like, deeper statement, I guess.
Yeah, whatever it was trying to be.
I need the spirit punch. No, not Mirage. That's bad.
Although lately I have been coming across people who are like, oh, I think Big Lebowski is overrated. And
I've never even seen it, to be honest. I don't think.
I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and I just can't really remember the movie. That's not to say I don't think it's worth watching. I mean, I liked it when I saw it, but I just can't seem to remember it as well as other movies. So to me, it's just okay. Well, it's a movie, and people like it. Like when it comes to that movie, I'm not even like, I don't get why people like this movie. It's just there's nothing I ever can remember about it.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it's not a masterpiece.
I mean, I just haven't seen it, so I can't really.
To me, it's not a masterpiece, but I don't think it's a horrible movie. I just haven't really seen anything that captures, like, and every time I try to watch it, I try to focus on just the movie, and it never happens.
You bastards. Why is this encounter so hard? I just don't understand. I'm not even sure what to use.
As for Pulp Fiction and stuff like that was another one he had. When it comes to stuff like that, my thing was mostly that I just, for the longest time, I didn't like Quentin Tarantino. Thought most of his movies were just...
I've never seen Pulp Fiction, but didn't he do that one movie that like randomly turns into a vampire movie towards the end? What was it called? Dusk Before Dawn? Was that what it was?
Maybe, but I don't think I saw it.
It's so random.
I think the last Tarantino film I saw was Grindhouse, which is now split into 2 movies, Death Proof and Planet Terror.
Oh no. He really did a shield on that guy and then evaded my attack. Oh, that's messed up.
But when I saw it, it was two movies. You saw both movies at once. It was a traditional Grindhouse feature. It wasn't, hey, you watch one movie and then come back later and watch a different movie. You saw both movies at the same time. You know, you try and make it sound like I didn't know there were two movies. I knew there were two movies. I did not. I called it Grindhouse because when they were advertising the movie, that's what they called it, because they were trying to play on that whole, hey, watch multiple movies at once thing. It's like a Grindhouse. It's like a traditional Grindhouse. Anyway, the point is that Planet Terror was a Robert Rodriguez movie, and it had our favorite person, the person that started that annoying trend of my friend's 8-year-old daughter is asking should she hide in her closet because of Trump.
Hide until the presidency is over.
Yeah, and Rose McGowan is the lead in that masterpiece. So, and Robert Rodriguez is the director, so I don't have much appreciation for that film. And I kind of rolled my eyes at the pretentiousness of the characters in Death Proof.
Oh, I forgot to equip the diamond.
Because it felt like they spent the first quarter of the movie just talking about how great Austin, Texas is, and it's like, okay, can we please stop this?
See where that might get tiresome.
But is that other, like, people try to get me to watch Kill Bill, and I watched them, and then I was like, okay, I watched it.
I've never seen any of those either. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big movie person.
Oh, I know I'm not, and I'm fine with that. I don't really care. But at the time I saw it, it was like the college I was going to was doing a special. Well, okay, I'll be honest here, and I'm sure some person will will hear this stream and try to take it out of context, and they'll demand I make a statement for it and all that nonsense. But at the time, they announced that they were going to do a showing of some movies at the dorm. Now, the college I went to at the time had, of the dorms they had one co-ed dorm, and they had 4 female-only dorms and 1 male-only dorm. So they didn't show it in the male dorm, which meant, guess what? They were showing it in one of the female-only ones. So, of course, me being 18 years old at the time, I'm like, oh, the female dorm? Well, of course I'm going to go there and see it. I mean, I didn't plan to do anything else but watch the movie, but hey, being around a bunch of women instead of a bunch of guys for once, I'll take it. So that's why I went to go see I saw a movie with a friend, and then the rest of the ladies who were watching the movie in that dorm. And that was it. But it was all right. I don't know if I would buy it personally and watch it, but I didn't think it was a bad movie.
Well, this battle's about to end real quick. And by that I mean I'm basically dead.
I guess I just don't have much feeling towards Tarantino movies. So it's not that I hate them, it's just...
No, that means you hate them. We need a 10-minute disclaimer.
I guess I'm gonna have to make a statement for that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Okay.
That's getting annoying, actually. The whole, somebody made a controversial statement. You random irrelevant person need to make a statement about what that person said. Like,
Well,
why?
you're-
What is making a statement gonna do?
Because your silence says everything. Or something.
Like, what do you want me to say? This person said this.
This was a bad thing. Bad.
It's bad, and it's also not my problem.
I mean, has
The-
anybody gone to the police? Or
No, because you couldn't go to the police for something as frivolous as somebody said a mean thing. Not even somebody threatened me. Somebody just said a mean thing.
Oh,
It wasn't even about me. Just, hey, somebody said a mean thing.
It's 2017. We have to be concerned with what everybody says on the internet at all times.
Unless I'm mistaken, a lot of these people are adults, so pretty sure they can take care of themselves. Now that's a game I haven't played in a long time. I heard Donkey Kong Country 2.
I don't have time for that. I'm busy getting racists fired.
Is that Twitter or Tumblr account still around?
I don't know, but there's that Twitter one that's run by some writer or one of those stupid websites.
Is everybody a writer nowadays?
I guess.
I mean, I say that as somebody for a long time that wanted to be a writer and to some extent still do. And it just feels like that's what everybody says they are now. So whenever they get the question of what is it exactly you do, they can say, well, I'm a writer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Because
say
a writer
that
is a
until...
legitimate profession. It's not like these other made up, like chief diversity officer or something. It's a real job.
Or at least it used to be. Because now it seems like the people they get hired for the job don't really know what they're doing.
Like how comedians don't have to tell jokes, or all they have to do is just say one thing and that's instant comedy.
Just get political. You win.
Like, you know who I don't like? The president.
Oh.
Thank you guys. Have a good night. Yeah, you're regular Bill Hicks.
Oh, I probably...
Although not my favorite. I feel like I probably liked him more as a kid than I do now. But then as a kid, I didn't get to listen to much Dennis Leary, which of course is wherever, that's the direction everybody goes to the minute you bring up Bill Hicks. Well, you know, he stole his material. Great.
I mean, I've listened to the stuff. I don't know how accurate that really is.
I mean, I don't know in the sense that, because I've listened to other comedians before and I've noticed they told the same jokes, but it's comedians that are on very friendly terms with each other, or at least they seem to be on very good terms with each other. So I don't know if it's just like, hey, let's pass jokes back and forth, or because this is very specific in terms of comedy, but I know that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer have done that before, where I've heard them do the same routine, but the delivery is different.
Right.
But then again, when you think about it, like, a lot of people also write jokes for people to do in comedy routines, so.
Well, I mean, plus if you're, I don't know, like, I just don't, like, if it's around the same time or whatever, and there's just events that you're covering or talking about integrating into your humor, I don't see how you don't understand that there would be some potential overlap. Oh shit, why did I do that?
Well, that, and from my understanding, Bill Hicks was very political to the point of getting on a soapbox that time. And Dennis Leary didn't seem to be as preachy. Like, hey, yeah, these people are pretentious and annoying, but it's not so much, hey, let's be political, as, hey, these people are trying to force us, at least for the one that everybody likes, like these people are trying to now have this moral conscience and tell us how to feel about political issues. And
Yeah, and they haven't stopped.
well, the problem is because people keep listening to them.
That is
People
true.
keep caring what they think. Like the people that are so anti-creationism, like, oh, I can't believe Chuck Norris. Like, who cares? Who cares what he thinks? Who cares what Leonardo DiCaprio thinks?
Oh God.
I don't care that he talks about believing in science, which you can't even. How does somebody believe in science anyway?
That's so stupid and obnoxious.
Like, shouldn't somebody be bringing up the issues with that? The fact that doesn't even make any sense?
Nah.
No, he's talking about climate change, and that's all that matters.
Really? I'm still gonna die? This is such...
You know, I don't remember it taking you this long to level up.
Well, I'm trying to get through this... I think there's special items in this dungeon, and apparently they don't want me to get them.
It's taking that long to level up.
This is
Yeah.
absurd.
The dungeon, are you talking about the Abyss or whatever it's called?
I didn't go in there yet. I found some other place called a Lost Cave, and there seems to be pieces of equipment for each person, so I wanted to try to finish out these encounters, but I keep getting murdered.
Pieces of equipment or pieces of a dream? Oh, that's pretty funny because that's a smooth jazz band.
Keep the dream alive is my...
I'm a regular Dane Cook with that kind of comedic delivery. Which reminds me, how does that guy still have a comedy career?
Oh God. Why? Why is all I have to say.
You know, I didn't think that people actually thought he was funny until one time I was at a job years ago, and people were talking about I don't know if it was a comedy special or a show or something that he did, and they were talking about how it was funny, and I was like, people actually think this guy is funny?
Yeah, I will never, ever understand that.
I mean, the only thing he was funny in is waiting, and that was just because somebody was yelling at him.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much that he was funny, so much as it being funny that he was getting yelled at. Because I think just as highly of him in real life.
And now I'm dead again. Oh my God, this is just...
I mean, like, I can understand things like people thinking maybe Gallagher or somebody is funny. Like, I don't get it personally, but I can understand that people think he's funny. But I
Isn't that the guy
cannot
that
understand
smashed a
people
watermelon
thinking
or
that
something?
Dane Cook is funny. But then again, I don't know how Matt Bender can call himself a comedian.
that's... I forgot that guy existed.
Well, he was kind of the beginning of the whole "I'm a comedian and I don't tell jokes" phenomenon we observe.
I guess that's true. Oh my...
And then that one writer lady from Fresh Off the Boat who got mad that people were giving her review scores a low, or
even though they didn't exist, and then she just decided to block me.
It was like, well, if you look at the synopsis of what you're going to be doing comedy on, it doesn't seem funny.
Hello, woman, pregnant, hilarious.
Yeah, when I think comedy, I think pregnant women. That's funny, right, guys?
But she farted in front of her husband, and it was totally hilarious.
Oh yes, because I've always thought fart jokes were funny.
I finally did it.
And
Wow.
by the way, haven't they done that joke enough times? Because I remember the rare instance I saw where I saw an episode of 2.5 Men. They did that in one of those episodes because not the Charlie Sheen character, but his brother had some kind of weird attraction to pregnant women.
Oh God.
And so yeah, they did that joke there. And it was just as funny when they inserted the laugh track in that one. By funny, of course, I mean carcinogenic.
I forgot who did it, but somebody showed how bad the Big Bang Theory jokes are without the laugh track.
I didn't even realize that the Big Bang Theory had jokes.
Well, I think that was the thing. That's like, they're not really jokes. Oh, this is terrible. Why did I enter this battle unprepared again?
And now there's another show I don't understand why people like. And more to the point, I'm not sure I understand why the show hasn't been canceled yet. Like, can't you guys get rid of the show already?
But they love science, and they also reference things that you remember.
And Patrick Stewart's in it, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And
But that's instant quality, right, guys?
The next episode, they'll both be taking a knee. Oh, geez, the POC character is wounded, so he's taking a knee right now. Oh, now he's on his back.
And then we can have Jonathan McIntosh go and make... Yeah, that girl that's walking, that cat girl, you can get her as a character.
Cat
Remember
girl
that.
walking.
She's a secret character, though, so you got to do stuff to get her. But yeah, I can't wait for the pop culture detective, because that's something we really needed to uncover the case on. Does some expose on the offensiveness of, like, there are so many things that you could have done to insult this movie, and you want to talk about the adorkable misogynist.
Everybody's favorite Final Fantasy VI creature, Mr. Chupon, has arrived in the chat.
Maybe he should have sneezed his way out of this problem.
There you go. I need to sneeze my way out of these battles because this is ridiculous. I don't know if maybe I'm not high enough level to be here or something, but I'm gonna stick around and try to get the rest of the stuff anyway.
But speaking of the adorkable misogynist, how come nobody has addressed the whole bumbling idiotic husband and smug, super intelligent but somehow unqualified to do anything other than insult her husband wife in 90s sitcoms? Because I sure remember that cliche, and I don't see anybody talking about that. Like, as ridiculous as it sounds, that was one of the situations where I would, because when I was in high school and I was hanging out with a lot of the feminists, they would always talk about media representation of women and how the media we consume and blah blah blah. And whenever I brought this issue up, like, okay, well, why does it always portray men as overly chauvinistic and misogynistic and unsophisticated, unintelligent?
I'm guessing that's just accurate.
Yeah, while the wife is always demure and highly intelligent and always always having to lower herself for the masses, but is totally capable of so many other things, yet somehow magically isn't doing it until later on in the season when they need something to keep the series going. Because I mean, how many sitcoms have we seen that where the husband is always a blithering idiot and it's always the wife that always has to that always has to fix things because she's the intelligent one and she's the one that knows better and she's the one that's always going to be vindicated because she really knows that women are better than men.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's true.
Of course, whenever I brought those questions, it's well, you see, the problem is that they still make the woman look bad. So they don't even address that. It's basically women are still the victims.
That's always the way it is. That's why I can't be bothered with any of this stuff.
So I said, so you're not really looking for equality, because if you were looking for equality, then you would be willing to point out this hypocrisy as well. You're not looking for that. You want supremacy. Which, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't. If men should not be in a position of power, I don't see how women should be either. So either they both have equal opportunity for power, or neither of them have the opportunity. I'll take one of either. Or I'll take either or, but I'm not going to take, well, women should have the dominant position and men shouldn't, because somehow I don't think that things are going to just be better. They'll be different. I don't know if they'll be better.
Please don't miss.
But of course, as you know, it's all about supremacy. They don't want equality, because if they wanted equality, they would give it a name that suggested equality. Like, it's called feminism because they wanted it to be about women. So it's only natural that after they got more equality, or they got social equity, that they would try to take social equity away.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep going.
Because if it were egalitarianism, then the minute that they got equal opportunity, they would just try to ensure that they were able to maintain that. But now that's, of course, not enough. And now they want to go on this very childish revenge kick. Well, men have been in the position of power for so long, so now it needs to be the women.
Yeah, that's happening in more than one way in society, unfortunately.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about me. I have no plans on becoming a cuck, and I am not going to date any women that tell me I need to be a feminist as a prerequisite for dating them in the hopefully unlikely event that I should ever have to seek another mate.
Yeah, that's definitely not something to wish on anybody at this point. I don't even know. Maybe I'll try to just get more. As soon as they start dumping a bunch of spells, though, I'm doomed. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, that's good.
I find it funny that we have all of these aliens here, and somehow they can all speak Japanese.
Well, I have heard it referred to as moon speak.
I guess you're right, because the Japanese language family is very specific, and there is no other language like it.
I guess I should revive her, even though she's probably gonna die before the battle ends. There we go. Well, hopefully I'll have enough money to replace the items that I used after I get out of here. I think it's almost done. I didn't know there was so much extra. If I had known that, I probably wouldn't have come here right now. Guess I was going the right way, though. Ah. Okay, apparently I have lost... There we go. Another one of those wonderful magic ball puzzles to solve.
Uh-oh, a woman has to explain everything because the men are incapable of explaining anything going on in this game.
Well, they just don't know any better. They need a little help.
It's because Renixis is he's just employing the male gaze, and he's not respecting Ilya as a strong, empowered, and intelligent woman.
Oh no.
Even though they get married and they have a kid, and that kid is one of the main characters of the second game, but who has time to worry about facts when you can make up your own stories?
It's true. I'm lost on this one. I really don't know what to do. Whatever I'm supposed to do, that probably wasn't in it. I know that much. Yep. Screwed up again. Damn it. I'm just not seeing it.
Oh, did they? And who's supposed to be the enemy in this game? In your game?
I think it's the... Well, I don't know what happened to him, unless he's dead. I thought it was going to be that Kefka wannabe, but I don't know if he's dead. Because I beat him just before, and then we were magically teleported out of there and woke up on the airship, so I'm not sure if he's actually dead or not. If he's not dead, it's probably him, but if he is, then probably some demon god or something. I don't know. I'm guessing that wasn't correct either. Why?
Somebody's breaking the Prime Directive over and over. Uh-oh, Renixis is all about logic and reason.
Oh, was that going to be the right... Shit. Alright. No. Man, this is the worst. Oh wait, no. I think I found it. You just had to use the power of friendship.
Well, that wouldn't be a Japanese game if you didn't use the power of friendship, even though it's not.
No, that really had nothing to do with it, but I was just... Ooh, a sword called Legend. Sword of Legend forged by time. Okay, sure, why not?
I didn't realize that the Chrono Trigger could make weapons.
Am I done in here? No, no, I guess I'm not. I see another treasure chest that needs opening. Man, this place is massive. How do you even get in there? More fire, but no puzzle to close it. What's going on here?
Oh, there's a sleep theme in the game.
Alright, I guess for now we'll just fight that wolf, because apparently that's all I can do. Oh. More of these slimes. I think I've had all the slimes that I can take for a lifetime at this point.
You and me both.
I don't want to see any more until Dragon Quest XI.
Whenever that comes out.
Yeah, I don't know, next year or something.
So that they can add more real world accents.
Ugh. Please, no. I didn't think about that. Now I'm just... They didn't do it with 9, though, I don't think, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. And I think they had that Bible even then, but I don't think they did it too much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're dead, I know. I don't know how, but...
How do you cook? You're a woman asking how you cook? I thought you naturally knew how to do that. Actually, I don't remember how to do it in that game. Because I don't have the skill yet. Otherwise, I could tell you. Because I think you have to go into the skill menu and then you have to press some button. And cook should show up. Or cooking should show up.
Having skill is problematic because you should just be able to do stuff without learning.
Oh, don't you also need an item for cooking? Yeah, you need an item so you can cook stuff.
Basically, it's like every fight is a boss battle.
What do they think this is? Dragon Warrior 2?
She can't use any abilities because she doesn't have any... Damn.
No, ma'am. I'm pretty sure you've always needed a weapon, an item that you can use for cooking and the ingredients.
Well, this is going to be a problem when I run out of ethers. Means I'll have to leave and buy more. Maybe this is one of those, everybody gets their final weapon cave or something.
I like those because at least then you know you're going to get everything.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like that right now, but I've only found this sword so far because it's a very big area.
That seems like an inappropriate joke.
I'm sure there's something there.
there's the inability to like an anime because you don't like because you want to see what the direction of the characters is going to go before you make a judgment.
I mean, I'm gonna be kind of upset if the guy that they made it look like he uh, is dying actually dies, but other than that, it doesn't seem so bad.
I wouldn't know. I don't know much about the story, so
I mean, it's really good. I mean, basically, I guess I would describe it as, if Final Fantasy was still good and had an anime instead of a movie called Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
thankfully I haven't even seen that movie much.
Yeah, me neither.
Who would want to watch Final Fantasy The Spirits Within?
Man, I am burning through these ethers.
Although I did know somebody who really wanted to see it, and I'm pretty sure she thought it was good.
Wraithstorm, Ultimate Wraith Magic. Oh, well, I can't afford to use it. Otherwise, that sounds pretty nice. Why does everybody call that an anime? I mean, I get that it's some kind of internet joke, but I guess I'm just not in on it.
Calling what an anime?
Cory
One
in the
Punch Man?
House.
Cory in the House?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not, but I there's some kind of running joke, but I apparently have missed it.
I don't know because I'm too busy having a life outside the internet to know. I just remember when it was a big thing, like it was one of the top threads on GameFAQs or something, or it was one of the top FAQs for a few days, and people, and then if you try to make a thread on it on GameFAQs, the mods had a sticky where they're like, if you post any thread on this board, you're automatically going to get banned.
Oh, mods, what would we do without you and your power trips?
Especially GameFAQs mods. I think the only thing next to them in terms of deplorability is Reddit mods.
Oh my god. Alright, well, this one I really don't understand because there doesn't appear to be a way to actually stop the ball from just going away. Oh, that's not it. I remember that one from way back. I don't think I ever watched it, but I do remember it.
Which one?
Sergeant Frog. There was some. I think the story was something about like frog aliens coming to Earth.
Sounds vaguely familiar. Do we really need a walkway like that long? We couldn't get a shorter one.
Did I actually... Okay, it landed somewhere, but it's nowhere that I can actually use it. Huh. Well, this might be the end. This might be the puzzle that does me in. I don't really understand.
Uh-oh. I just talked to one of these characters and all it said was woman. We didn't ask what gender she is.
The ultimate crime.
Didn't you tell me somebody tried to make that a hate crime?
I feel that, I've seen so many crazy things that it's just kind of blurring together at this point. There might be something to that. I hope it was not true, but who knows anymore. It's Canada and the don't hurt anybody's feelings law or something. I don't know.
It would be funny if they actually had a law and that's what it was called.
They couldn't even come up with a better name. Well, because if the name became too complicated, it might offend.
So we're just gonna call it the "Don't Hurt Anybody" law.
It's not hurting anyone.
That's a perfectly valid argument there.
I see. All right. Well, I'm gonna look elsewhere around this cave for now because I don't know what the heck is going on with this puzzle. But then I'll come back or something. I don't know. Hopefully, there's something else I can reach. If not, I don't have an answer at the moment.
Violence against animals.
Okay, fire's blocking the way there. Fire is also blocking the way over here, I believe. Is there anywhere I can go? Anywhere at all? Just some regular treasure chests. I will take them, of course. Maybe I should leave and go buy some ethers. I made enough money. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Cutthroats are the worst enemy in this game so far.
I would imagine if they're called cutthroat, they would be pretty bad.
They get way too many attacks. They have the Mirage skill, which makes them pretty much impossible to hit. And they can do it to the whole party of monsters, whereas the version of it that I have can only do it to one party member. A little bit of equal treatment, you know? There we go.
A woman having to do more explanation again. I guess these men just can't do anything.
Where would they be without? Yeah, I guess I have to go and buy more stuff. I ran out. Great. Where's the door? Jeez. Everything looks the same around here. Wait, this is the puzzle that I completed. Apparently I walked past the door.
Was that a glitch or something?
I just don't know where it is. The dungeon looks really similar everywhere you go, so it's hard to navigate. I hope it's not a glitch, or else I'd be screwed, because I saved in here. No, I think it's just me not knowing where to go, because I see familiar territory. There we go. Hopefully I can find a place that sells everything I need. I want weapons, I want items. Maybe they're both in the same thing. No. Closed due to repairs. That's a easy way of saying I don't want to make the inside of this building.
You don't want to make the inside of this building.
Yeah, like they didn't program it, or because you just can't go inside.
Oh yeah, they were lazy programmers, you mean? Well, you know, programming is not fun. Be as lazy as you can.
I mean, I guess in this case I don't really blame them, because it's just a stupid shop that nobody's going to use anyway. Alright, that's not good. I need ethers. I guess I do have to go find that shop. Wait, all this time I haven't been able to buy ethers? And I just used that no way. Huh. Am I missing something? I thought I was able to buy ethers at that shop before. Am I losing my mind here or what? I definitely... Because if I didn't buy them, how the hell did I get so many? That doesn't make any sense.
I guess that game is magic.
I'm screwed now. Well, that's not good. There's no way I found all of those. No, I could have sworn I just bought some when I was there last. Like, an hour ago.
I guess they gave you.
I
Which-
bought up all their stock or something? Is that what happened? I'll try this place. Come on, cavemen like people, just give me some items.
Cavemen, I think, are going to offend the Geico people.
I'm okay with that. Oh, did I just really waste 500? That was stupid. Yeah, I really can't find any ethers. This is actually happening. Well, it's been a stream.
Party time, I guess, is over.
Yeah, I really don't feel like dealing with trying to hunt down the rest of these. I mean, I guess I could go into this abyss or whatever, but I feel like I would need some ethers for that.
Yeah, that's how I feel if I were ever to venture forward into Teth Holiday's folds.
What a nightmare. Alright, well, I guess that's good enough for now. On the next episode of whenever I stream, I don't even know if I'll be playing the same game, but maybe I'll have found some ethers by then. Alright, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.